G'day viewers, welcome once more to Totally Fucked Up Friday, where I launch you into the weekend with the cheery news that I have incontrovertible evidence the world is totally fucked up. Starting off this week in Indonesia, where the information minister decreed that all pornography had to be gotten rid of before the holy month of Ramadan, which puts the people responsible for it on a bit of a countdown. Which is made harder because apparently Indonesia has their own version of 4chan pranksters. Or maybe they simply are 4chan pranksters who managed to get hardcore porn showing on the closed circuit TVs in the Indonesian parliament. And it took 15 minutes for it to be shut down. Now, I'm not saying that someone deliberately let it go for 15 minutes, but for any of these staff or politicians who are affronted by having to see this for 15 minutes, while it may have taken someone a while to find the source and shut it down, you could have switched the TV off. Or looked away. I'm just saying, if you don't want to see porn, you don't have to watch it. Speaking of Ramadan, this year, September 11th falls during Ramadan, which, of course, is the date that a lot of people remember as being the attack on the World Trade Center when a bunch of complete fuckheads used their twisted interpretation of Islam to justify murdering a bunch of people. They're shitheads, and anyone who doesn't condemn them completely is a fucking shithead. Or possibly a 9/11 truther, in that case, just too fucking stupid to bother with. So, a lot of people, atheists, agnostics, even moderate religious people, say really all religions of the world are the problem and promote hatred and end up with people killing each other. But a lot of religious believers, both Islamic and non-Islamic, say, no, we're better than those people. So, for example, there's a church in Florida who wants to show the superiority of Christianity over Islam. And on September 11th, they're going to be burning the Koran in their church. Oh, you fucking idiots! Little tip, just in terms of spreading the message of Christian love and the idea of the moral superiority of Christianity over Islam, you're doing it wrong! And essentially continuing the theme of September 11th attacks, one thing we've all had to deal with is increased security since then, or at least increased theatre going under the name of security, and what's basically resulted in the loss of a bunch of rights. Do you ever remember during the Bush administration, one of their favourite mantras was, "They hate us for our freedoms. We'll gloss over anyone who has been killed or destroyed by our political action against them. It's our freedoms they hate." Well, the terrorists have pretty much fucking won if it was the freedoms they were after. One of the freedoms that's becoming less and less free is the ability to take photos or video in public places. There are incidents of this all around the world, but there's a particularly fun one in Maryland in the US where a guy was arrested for videoing a cop who was doing a traffic stop on him with a gun drawn. The guy is being charged with wiretapping offences that could get him 16 months in jail. If anyone can come up with a plausible excuse as to why police are so touchy about being photographed and videoed, apart from, they may be incompetent or criminal in the execution of their duty, I'd love to hear it. Because honestly, this is some serious fucking bullshit. And finally, talking about bullshit security theatre and lies we've been told about it, those basically x-ray machines that are being deployed in more and more airports that do a pretty good job of a virtual strip search, putting up very unflattering nude images of the person being scanned. It's to spy for weapons and whatnot. A lot of people don't like them. Don't like the idea of essentially being paraded around nude as they go through an airport. Why? Anyway, one of the defences for these machines, the government authorities who are putting them out, and this is all around the world, have said, oh, well, we don't store those images. They're just seen by those people who are professional, and they're never stored, and, your privacy is protected. Unless they're lying, and who didn't see that coming, with US federal authorities now admitting that, yes, these images have been stored. There are specific cases where they've been stored, and they've got these big data warehousing facilities for storing the images. What fucking use that is beyond me. I mean, you can argue if you're like, oh no, Weapons, yeah. It's worth being absolutely humiliated to stop people getting weapons. Why the fuck would you store them? 6 months down the track, hey, look, that guy that we just thought had a really big dick. That was dynamite. That explains a lot. It's just fucking stupid. It's like everything being done in the name of protecting us against terrorism does nothing to protect us, does nothing to reduce terrorism. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, they can put those machines in. I don't care. If I ever find myself in an airport with one of them, I'm not going to cause a scene. I'm not going to cause a protest. I'm just going to think sexy thoughts. Because if they're going to put me on show, they're getting the whole show. That's fucking fucked up.